Hey guys, it's Seaboard 1321. Um, it is now time to do a long time in the making layout, well, not necessarily layout update, but a roster update, so to speak. I've had a number of acquisitions since my last one, plus I went to Train Fest. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on some of the new stuff I've acquired from Train Fest. Um, if you remember these two hoppers, I got these last year at Train Fest, and the same booth had more of them. Unfortunately, they were $12.50 last year, and now they're $15, which is a bit upsetting. But I got three more, so I'm starting to get a pretty good sized train going to these. My goal ultimately is to just have an enormous train of these hoppers, because if you look back toward the Rock Island's discontinuance in the late 70s, early 80s, they just basically had massive unit trains full of these blue hoppers. So my goal is to get a lot of them. So now I have 5, possibly 6, if I can get my friend to, if I can get mine from his. Another 2 cars. I got all my freight cars from the same booth. I got 5 total. I got Walther's Platinum line, Sioux line, patch covered hopper, one of the Evans ones. I really like these cars, and it was cheap, and it was a platinum car, so I'm like, yeah, I'll get that. I intended to get the other one to match it, the CEP patch, but I noticed that he had one more of these, so I decided to get that. And the other thing I got, I almost got it just because it was cheap, because I don't have a nice tank car anymore. $15 for a gold line tank car. I don't know what PBGX is, but it was, $15 for a gold line tank car. I didn't want to say no, so now I have a nice one. So those were the freight cars that I purchased. And then everyone's going absolute ape shit over the new release of the Kato Metro bi-levels. And as soon as I saw the price, I got one just without even thinking what I would use it for. Obviously, I have a use for it. Really retarded. I had enough money. These were, the cab cars, surprisingly, were $48. So, I mean, that's awesome. So, without even thinking twice, I'm like, yep. And I did have enough money left over to get a coach, and I didn't even think of it. So, I'm a little bit disappointed. But I jumped on a cab car, and I definitely want to get a full set for possibly like my birthday or Christmas or something like that. So yeah, that's awesome. This is a real while back. Last time I was down with my sister, went by the hobby shop, and she got me these 2 cars, which is very nice of her. This is a train line. And this is a real nice Athearn covered hopper. So those are the freight cars that I've gotten. Now on to this car. I got this from a friend of mine. Really love this car. It was in Intermountain, and it was in about 10,000 pieces. But I love these little Norfolk and Western 2-bays. So that's a plus. And this next item I'm going to show you, or items I should say, I got in a trade. And I don't know what to say. I guess it was some sort of an impulse just because I thought they were cool at the time. I do not need these whatsoever, and I might even, in fact, trade them off again just because I don't have a use for them. But I got a crap ton of triple crown road railers. I have 2 that are not. I have something that just says road railer, and then I also have a Swift road railer, which I need to glue that wheel back on. But the rest of these are all triple crown, and they're different variants. Like some have Conrail, some of the smaller logo, some are weathered, if that focuses. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 of them or whatever. So it was so cool at the time. So I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to get these. And then to go along with it, which is prototypical for the 90s, I guess, I got an NSGP60. I don't have a K5LA, but I put a K5H on it, which is better than nothing. And then, hey, I put an air conditioning on it, and I don't know why it has a strobe on it, but it does. So, I might consider trading these off. I would want to trade the Jeep 60 with it, probably, because I got them as a pair. If anyone wants to send me a personal message for an offer for these, I'm not going to do them individually. I would do them all at once with the locomotive. From what I understand, these are kind of hard to find. So, I mean, I'm not going to, go $20 and a freight car, but, I'm not going to want to rip you off. So, if you're seriously interested in these, I will maybe consider trading them. I don't know, but I'll think about it. And then the best purchase of all, save for last, obviously. I got 1 locomotive at Train Fest. I have absolutely no use for it unless I get, well, I do, but for the size of my layout, I do not. And so the picture shall reveal it. CITX ST70M-2. No, it does not have DCC and sound, so don't ask. But this thing is absolutely awesome. I've wanted one of these since Athearn released them. I don't really need any Class 1, and I was keeping my eye open for CITX, and I found one for a good price, so I jumped on it immediately. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Just, wow. Dutch lights work. See-through dynamic brake on the front, and then the rear there. Prototypical horn. See-through radiator fans. And then this is something I want to give a shout out to a friend for a thanks. I totally forgot that these are the Athearn ones that could do this. I thought that was the MTH, but the cab is magnetic, and you can open it up, and then there's a full stand there, and you can put figures in there and everything. So the cab just pops right on and off. And I found an easy way to do it. I kept trying to grab the sides, and I figured over time that would ruin the locomotive and the paint would chip or whatever. So yeah, absolutely love it. I really hope to get a pair. I know Athearn did 140, 141, and 142. I would absolutely love to get a pair together, so I can just say, my railroad leased it out, because leasing like one of these would just be kind of like stupid almost. But for the time being, yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. So very happy about that. Like last year, I got 2 locomotives, and I was like, yeah, but didn't have as much money this time. In fact, I didn't have a whole lot, but I'm happy with what I got for sure. So that was by far my favorite new acquisition. So that's what I got. Nothing new to the layout, of course. I don't know if I've showed you guys that, but I got that for like $8 at an antique store. So yeah, that's the new stuff. Hope to do something somewhere sometime soon, I guess. I don't know. Rate, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Till next time, this is same person as it was in the beginning.